What's going on, everybody? This is Leno. I'm going to be pretty much giving like step by step of uh, the raid that Diddy had over last week or over the weekend of his home. Some of the allegations that are pending up against him. Um, quite honestly, um, I don't think Diddy is going to get arrested. Just to say that up front, um, because I don't. I think there's only one person that is going to testify and say that there are sexual allegations against Diddy, in which she's the Cassie woman who he was dating at that time. I don't think she's going to testify. She's settled out. I really think that this raid is a part of this. I think Diddy's more so connected to a lot of other cases that involve murder, and I think that the first the first raid that they had, I think they're trying to line up some of the videos and any evidence they can get in connection with Diddy's connection with Tupac's murder that case was recently opened up, and then as well as the BMF situation opening up as well. I think those criminal cases have have allowed the feds to get permissions and warrants and etc. to investigate his library of information, his documentation to go on with that. And we're also gonna so we're gonna go into that situation, and I'm just these are examples of Diddy's bodyguards. These are some of the people that have made um, content out to the public for anybody to watch. But this is how I'm just going to pretty much show how all these things kind of line up and makes the feds want to build up a case or believe or confident in the case that they can find on Diddy or use information from Diddy to to have themselves a case. So without further ado, we're going to go in to our first situation with this man Gene Deal. He's going to refer to Diddy's connection with BMF.
What would make you sleep at night when it comes to Puffy? Like, what kind of justice do you want to see when it comes to Puffy?
Oh man, what makes you think I don't sleep at night? What makes you think I give a F? Nah, bruh. Nah, I can't let you. I can't let you get off with that one, bruh. Check this out, man. And this for you, the YouTubers, and everybody out there. You understand? With Diddy always got paid on time. They didn't play with my money. You understand? The only thing that bothers me, and it's still gonna bother me to my death, is that one, one, I tried to save these kids' lives out, that kid life out there. Big told me his whole life story in that one day. Do you understand me? All his dreams, all his hopes. I don't know why this kid did this, but this kid told me his life story, bro. I tried to stop these people from going to the party. It was his decision. You understand? That cost that kid his life. Even when I tried to ride on the side of the truck, he gonna tell me, yo, Gene, if you don't get in this car, you ain't gonna never work again for Bad Boy. I should have said F Bad Boy and did what I knew to do. You understand? That kid lost his life. It wasn't my watch, but I was there. He had his own bodyguards, but I still was there. I knew something was gonna go down. I was willing to ride on the side of the damn car so I could save this kid life. Now, my man go to him, ASAP Ferg father. He goes to him. Yo,
The
Puffy,
ASAP Ferg.
blase, whoop de whoop. I gotta have this, or these guys it's gonna be a problem in the street. Here go this. You can use this until I can give it back to it. This nigga said, what? I can't do that. Understandable, whatever the situation was. My man died the day after my birthday. Turns around, tell Wolf, I'm going to give you your $300,000. Wolf is the one who brought me back into Bad Boy, or brought me back into Bad Boy, because I was there before Wolf himself. Wolf's mother let me hear something that the take something that the what they call it, the drug enforcement, the prosecutor from Atlanta, that Puff
Wolf is
told
one of Bad
Menace,
Boys'
I already know what you
bodyguards,
got
and
to
it is
do. And
rumored
him and Wolf was
that one of
beefing outside.
Puff's
I heard Wolf
so-called
say out of his
sons
mouth,
is
I'ma
Wolf's
show
kid that
you
he adopted.
them niggas ain't that. I knew he was building up the atmosphere between Menace
Kind of reminds
and
you of the
Wolf the director.
story. Well, no, this
Do
almost
you hear me?
aligns like Power
Wolf get
to an
killed
extent.
by some kids from BMF. Actually, the dude that he
Or
put down from
Power-esque.
BMF. This nigga brags about cussing Wolf mother out. And I'm going to call his name out. He bragged to his cousin, Ak.
He's spilling the beans, y'all.
So you niggas in New York, if y'all don't believe what I'm saying, ask Ak.
These testimonies is a guy that
If
was
Wolf was
around
alive, the way he loved his
that
mother,
has admitted that he
we
will
wouldn't be
testify.
talking about Diddy today. I say this dude, even after all that, I still say this nigga from a situation he had in North Carolina. So, I don't care, bro. But I will not let this name go down as if he was this greatest thing that ever happened to hip hop.
Yeah, we're in a day and age where
When the dudes that loved
informants
him
have a
and loved him
platform,
and
and
showed
we
him
wouldn't
love
get any of
by
these TV
protecting
shows
him,
if it wasn't
giving him
for
that bad boy
informants and
logo,
snitches. Won't be no
and
BMF TV
being, yo,
show.
bruh, the same game.
Wouldn't be
When that
anything.
nigga caught that situation in the city college, couldn't pay his rent, couldn't pay his car note. D was getting money up from Nick to get to this nigga. What do he ever do for the same game? But shout out, that's my crew, same game. If I gotta take all the bullshit now, and people gotta say all this, yo, Gene Deal don't get a life. What was you doing? What was you doing, bruh? What was you doing before YouTube? I taught high school. I was a high school substitute teacher. I was an investigator for child abuse. I worked for the Department of Juvenile Justice. I was a parole officer for 27.
All right, we're going to get into a little more specifics. This guy isn't spilling the beans exactly just yet. But these are like the interviews of some of his assumptions. So we're gonna okay. I'm gonna use a different video that he actually gets a detailed answer about Diddy's connection to BMF. All right, here we go. Help this make a little bit more sense.
Kind of seen you touch on this a little bit, but there was, with the whole Wolf and BMF situation.
Well,
Is there anything you could talk about with that?
yeah, I'll talk about that. Wolf wanted to move on and started a club. Him and a guy, Mike Sally, was going to invest in this club. It was 321 they was going to buy in Miami. It's where J-Lo had gave Puff a birthday party at. So Wolf wanted his money back from Puff. Puff had promised him once he do a Universal deal or whatever that he was going to give Wolf his $300,000 back. Ak had once said it was about $500,000, but I think $300,000 of that money was Wolf, either because he
Wolf
was
is one of
spending
Diddy's
money
bodyguards.
on supporting the other two guys who got convicted to, uh, they got 9, 16 to life sentences
Again,
for the
allegedly,
conspiracy of selling drugs.
that more
So
lighter complected
Wolf was
son
spending
that
his
Diddy
money
claims is
on
Wolf's
helping them and
son,
their
and the
families and
dude looks just
everything
like
like
Wolf
that.
and nothing like Diddy.
And
You'll clearly be able to see what
the
son it
money he
is.
helped
That's supposed to be
give to
Wolf's
Puff
son.
to hold Craig Mack and Big from going to somebody else and being a part of Bad Boy until he got the deal with Clyde Davis. So now Wolf Puff became real good friends with Meech from BMF. And we had went to the fights, and I wrote this and I talked about it in my book, in my second book. We had went to the fights down in Detroit, and we was on a tour bus with Meech, and Meech told Puff he ain't have to worry about nothing, nobody, or he was good from this point on. Whenever he's going somewhere, just let him know. Cause Meech was getting into the music business, and Puff was opening some doors for him. You know what I'm saying? Just like he made an introduction to with Puff, I think, to Jacob the Jeweler. You know, and you know the BMF cats, all they did have a lot of jewelry. You know what I'm saying? So Puff was opening doors for Meech to get into the music business. So one day we was in the office. This is about a week or two before, a week or two before Wolf got killed. Puff told me, Puff told Wolf, I don't need you no more. And Wolf was like, you don't need me no more. He said, yeah, Meech said I don't need you no more. So uh, Wolf said, yo, them niggas ain't all what you think they are. He said, listen, I don't have to even have you around me no more. And when I do this Universal deal, I'm gonna give you your money.
Mm.
Yo, and Wolf was like, yo, I'm gonna be around as much as I wanna be around, and I'm gonna show you they ain't all that. A week or two later, they had that altercation in the club. And
Mm.
in that altercation in the club, according to Wolf's mother, the investigators told her Wolf, Meech phones were tapped, and his in his phone he
Hear
made
that?
a call to Puff, telling him to call.
All right. So this video is going to continue, but as you can see, we're going to dive deeper into this information. These are the people that were surrounding Diddy. There's not many platforms that are going to put two and two of these interviews together. This man Puff has had a hand into a lot of unsolved murders. This is when conspiracy comes around. This is how you get your place rated. This is how people try and confiscate all of your library. This guy's connected to something that happened in unsolved murder in BMF. They're going to solve these murders. Don't think that it's a play. Don't think this is a game.
Wolf and straighten Wolf out like, yo, call Wolf. Let him know, man, this shit don't mean, get your boy. Whatever Wolf Meech said to him, get your boy. This is according to Wolf's mother. And the investigators told Wolf's mother that Puff told her that his response was, oh, I can't stop him. I can't control what he do, man. Y'all do what y'all gotta do. And Wolf ended
Damn.
up dying that
Okay.
night, getting killed by the dude that he introduced to BMF.
Mm. Damn, that's kind of crazy. Damn. I think you said you introduced Diddy to Jacob, the jeweler, or
No,
or,
no, no,
or
no, no, no. I
So,
didn't
Meech.
say that. I
so
said that
BMF
I think
already had.
Diddy introduced Meech to Jacob the jeweler.
All right, so BMF already had an informant, testify and go against them. So then, the a lot of times the feds will have like even have illegal wiretaps and etc. They may not be able to use some of that without being granted permission to use those wiretaps. They have these phone call recordings and they try and line up evidence so they can build their own case. But these wiretaps might give permission to get a warrant, might give permission to do a search or a raid based off of that information. And these guys that's willing to confess all this stuff ends up putting them in the situation to where they think they have a case and they're going to come after them.
That's crazy because Jacob got caught in the BMF RICO also for allegedly concealing the money. Like they were buying chains from Jacob, and Jacob wasn't reporting who he was getting the money from, or he wasn't reporting the money at all during the invest. So he actually got in trouble too.
Mm-hmm.
That
But
was
Diddy
crazy.
didn't get in trouble for making the introduction.
Diddy didn't get in trouble for making the introduction. Nope. Well, I guess there was a situation where Tupac found out Jay-Z had a show in Las Vegas.
Right?
Can you talk about that?
Yeah. Um, I don't know how Pac found out that Jay-Z had a show, but Jay-Z was not coming out that room. He had to call Chaz, which Chaz called Big D. Big D called Eric B. Eric B. and them called Suge Knight. And they called, and Suge said, yo, man, that ain't me. That's Pac with his wild ass. And Suge Knight told Pac to give Jay-Z a pass so he could go do his concert or his show. Because Jay wasn't coming out that room, you know,
And there you have it.
to do nothing.
Do you know why Tupac was so mad at Jay-Z?
I can't say why he was mad at him, bro. But you know, I think Jay had did that song with Big, right? Was Pac alive when he did that song with Big? Brooklyn Finest or whatever?
Man, the part that people are saying Pac might have been mad about was the part where Biggie kind of made a reference to Pac, where he's like, two Pacs, get it. If Faith get pregnant, she'll probably have two Pacs. Get it? Two Pacs. And so, yeah, this would have been out because the album came out in June 25th, 1996 was the day that Reasonable Doubt was released.
Yeah, so that Reasonable Doubt came out June 1996.
Yes, Reasonable Doubt came out June 1996.
All right, so then that would get Pac would be mad. He did a song with Big. Remember Pac said that he came out there with the Hawaii Silky Fame or something like that.
Yeah, he started going in on Jay. He also, from what I understand, took shots at Jay at the end of Hit 'Em Up, but during that part, the mic short circuited, so I guess they just kind of cut it out. If
Right.
you listen to it, you can still hear it on the internet. Now, I seen you touch on this before about Suge starting a distribution company with Irv Gotti, Jay Prince, and Dame Dash. What's up? This is Cam
All right.
Capone.
So that's the connection Diddy has had with BMF. But even for some of you newer people that are trying to catch up on these Diddy allegations, I'm also going to show Diddy's connection in Tupac and Biggie's murder. I mean, everybody always assumed he had something to do with it, but we actually have a face of a person. It's not more so an assumption. Oh, I think you did it. Oh, I think you did this or that. Now these days, and well, 2020 in these 2020s, these guys are showing their face. It almost seems these informants want to be the face of this. They want the attention, the clout. This is the age of clout. All right, we are in the age of clout, and I don't think it's ever going to change.
He should. I think he should look out. He look out for everybody fucking else. You know what I'm saying? Shit. I seen he brought that dude. What's his name? What's his name? The dude, Drink Club. The dude from Drink Club.
Oh, you talking about Nori?
Noriega. Yeah, he brought him. What he brought him? A Maybach truck. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think he should look out. You know what I'm saying? He worth $1 billion. He should come look out. Come build a basketball gym at our Parkers. Do something. You know what I'm saying? Do something for us, dog. You know what I'm saying? He wrong. You know, he like we some shit on the grass or something. You know what I'm saying? Like he don't even know us no more. God damn, buddy.
If you could say anything to Puffy after everything you did for him, what would you say to him?
I'm still here, bro. Still waiting. You know what I'm saying? Still here waiting, bro. Damn. You know, I used to pop all the champagne bottles, all that shit, homie. I used to fill up the tubs at all of them things. Ashley, when did I used to buy 2 cases of champagne, fill up the bottle. Andre Herrera, all them dudes used to be in the room, man. We used to have a ball, dude. He like, man, you need to come to New York. I swear we'll repay you. I've been waiting on that repay for a long time, bro. Yeah. I got him popping them bottles like that. We pop. Poof, poof. It's down to like the Fourth of July in them hotel in them suites we used to have. Just be popping the shit out of them bottles, dude. Shooting dice, all that shit. We used to have fun, dog. And he never, never
This the guy
put
who was
money in my
involved. Keefe
fucking
D is the
home
guy who
again.
was involved
That
in
dude,
murdering
yeah, dude.
Tupac.
You know what I'm saying? And he
So
knew it,
basically,
dude.
this man
You
put,
know?
I believe, his cousin or his relative up
That's bad, man.
to actually firing the gun to kill Tupac,
You
but he
think
was in
so?
the car
If what you
with the
saying is true
guys who
about you
murdered
giving him
Tupac.
protection when he came to
This
LA
is
because
Keefe
he was
D.
scared of Tupac and Suge.
All of it, man. Yeah. Gene Deal even say, man, god damn, he saved your ass a gang of times. Didn't he say that?
Yeah, I think I recall him saying that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he should give Keefe some. He said that, didn't he, bro? Because I saved his ass a gang of times. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, these dudes out here eat your ass up. These some wolves out here, dude. You know LA, this ain't no joke. They will eat your ass alive out of here, dude. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you coming out here faking, for sure. Yeah.
Speaking of Puffy, right? You saving Puffy. Tell me that story about how you saved Puffy and a guy named D-Mac, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, Puffy and D-Mac? Oh,
Yeah, tell me that story.
oh, we
Break
was
that down to a T.
oh, okay, we was at this club on Sunset Boulevard called the Roxy. You know what I'm saying? It was me, D-Mac, Puff, and a few of them New York dudes. I think Zip was with us too, and one of my homies. So they was shooting pool. They was shooting some one of these Damu riders. I think he was from the jungles. They was shooting him some pool, and I think they was shooting for like $5,000. So boom, D Mac beat the dude. You know what I'm saying? D Mac beat the dude in pool. So he didn't want to pay up. So D Mac got to talking shit. So that dude did a swoo whoop holler, swoo whoop, and them dudes came from everywhere. We was in the VIP upstairs too, shooting pool. I don't know how they got by the security or nothing, but shit, they was up there about 30
Yeah. So, I mean, those two allegations could possibly end up leading to a raid on Diddy itself. But out of everybody that's been talking crazy about Diddy, Diddy still has one last friend out here. It appears publicly to the world. Like I said, I don't think Diddy's going to get any trouble whatsoever. I don't think Diddy is going to go to jail. I think that all these freak offs and stuff that they're talking about with him, he can simply say everyone agreed to these sex parties. And quite honestly, they would have remained silent if New York didn't have that. I think it's called like a survivors act or pact or something like that, to where if there was some sort of like sexual allegation, rape, or anything of that sort, there is no time frame that they can accuse you of that crime. So, if you did some wild stuff in high school and you freaking 50 years old, they could bring that case up, and yeah, they could charge you accordingly. So, the moment that opened up in New York, it appears that a lot of cases were opened up, and Diddy was the face of all of this. And you can't wrongfully assume that they probably had all this information lined up. You can't. I believe the feds are. I've been literally probably sitting there waiting to seize this opportunity, and once the state of New York opened that up, they're like, okay, now we can really build a case against this man Diddy. And we're probably going to be looking at conspiracy. But to go back to what I'm trying to introduce here, um, Diddy's good old friend Stevie J has responded to Diddy's getting all this attention on the web.
On the allegations against Sean Diddy Combs, we're getting new video tonight of the raid at his LA home. It was posted to Instagram by the mother of one of his sons. And tonight we're hearing from Diddy's close friend and hip-hop music producer stevieJ.
All right, he's breaking his silence about what happened when federal agents raided the music mogul's Miami home. Lisa Evers has the latest.
New questions are being raised about the raids of Sean Diddy Combs' Miami and Los Angeles homes. The mother of two of his sons, Misa Hilton, posted video from inside the LA home. She calls the raid overtly militarized and deplorable. She says her son Justin had several lasers pointed at his chest, and her son Christian had a gun pointed at his head while handcuffed. Diddy's longtime friend, triple Grammy award-winning music producer stevieJ, says he was in his Miami home when Homeland Security agents raided the estate and also found it upsetting and frightening.
What was that like for you?
Traumatized. I never had 50 dots on my shirt. I never had lasers on my shirt before. You know what I'm saying? So it was a little overbearing.
How dangerous did it feel to you?
It felt like they had come to kill somebody. They didn't come. It felt like they just wanted to come and kill somebody.
stevieJ was named in an explosive civil lawsuit alleging sexual abuse by Diddy, filed by aspiring music producer Rodney Lil Rod Jones.
This is a money scheme by Little Rod, his attorney.
stevieJ is one of the first people in Diddy's inner circle to speak out on his behalf. So far, Diddy has been named in 5 civil lawsuits, but has not been charged with any crimes in connection with them. He
This
and his lawyers
dude,
have
this
vehemently
dude is trying to
maintained
get
his innocence.
this Lil Rod guy pause having the name Lil Rod. I really doubt he's going to get any of the victims to testify against Diddy.
We don't do that. We're law-abiding citizens. That's what we do. You know what I'm
Because
saying?
I just think that they agreed to the freak off because Diddy had all that money. He's a gatekeeper.
We reached out to
Y'all had
Homeland
the
Security
punch.
investigations
Y'all
for
opened y'all
comment,
legs.
but did not get a response. Federal
Until
law
they prove
enforcement
to me that
officials
these
have
people are actually
confirmed
raped,
that there's a
these
federal sex
opened them
trafficking
legs and
investigation
wanted to take the
underway.
deal,
In the newsroom,
and they're
I'm Lisa
backing out on their
Evers,
deal.
Fox 5 News.
I think Diddy can simply say we were having a swingers party. We decided to have an orgy of sorts. And I personally am not interested in things of like that, but for the people that are,
Now to the latest on the allegations against Sean Diddy Combs. We're getting new video tonight of the raid at his LA home. It was posted to Instagram by the mother of one of his sons. And tonight we're hearing from Diddy's.
So this is crazy. But not only that, Stevie also thanks to TMZ. Thanks to you guys on the internet for the clout chase, guys.
YouTube automation channel, but all people do is tell you to go to freaking fire.
I don't know whatever someone does in their bedroom, that's what they do. I don't got nothing to do with that. I'm just here to say that I've never seen my man doing anything foul like they talking about.
None of it. All of it. I mean,
I've never seen it. I've known him for 29 years. And then it's like with guys like 50, you know what I'm saying? Like Uncle Tom cats like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like you want to put me. I don't know if y'all saw the poster where 50 posted about me. Of course, you guys seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, 50 has been going after Diddy and everybody associated with him for months now, ever since the Cassie lawsuit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But you can't brush under the rug. I don't see anybody reporting about what Tatted Up Holly said about him beating her up, and about, you know what I'm saying, his other baby mom saying beating her up. I just look at it as, he wants to bring the black community down worse than anyone else.
To be honest with you, X, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, normally they have a high percentage rate of winning in cases. Uh, they might have the evidence, but one flaw, one error could change a lot of things. And I, for my opinion, I think it's going to take a testimony for the allegations of sexual assault. And maybe some people go back on their word. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are willing to take some money, but that might be why they seized his accounts. They might be going after his money so he can't pay anybody off or he can't go about doing things financially. But I guess we're going to have to see, homie.
I was at self. I said what I said on my post, and I'm standing on that too. Now, since he didn't accept what my offer to him, and he want to continue to be a comedian, why don't you go make some movies with Michael Blackson and don't talk about me?
Okay.
If you don't want to fight, if you don't want to donate to charity, donate the bread to charity and fight. Don't stop being a girl and talking about dudes. I find it funny that when they first try to crucify somebody, they go through the media first, and they're just flooded with lies and propaganda. I'm not concerned about this Curtis. I mean, this dude Curtis. You know what I'm saying? He's Uncle Tom, and that's just what it is. I'm gonna speak on 1,000% of what I know to be true about my guy. My spirits are up. He's spending time with his children and his mother. You know what I'm saying? I'm working out. You know, he's doing very well. I've known this guy for 29 years. See, I'm not just a guy off the internet trolling. I'm a first-hand witness.
Stevie, it's my understanding that when the raid went down in Miami, were you on Star Island or were you actually at Diddy's house? I know you were in Miami.
I was at his crib working in the studio. I was sitting outside the studio door, and I heard a big boom. Now, mind you, before we get into this, I'm not a spring chicken, even though I look fly and stuff. But I've witnessed some historical events of excessive force, but none like this since Saddam Hussein or El Chapo or Pablo Escobar, even Osama bin Laden. I heard a big boom. So I'm thinking, like, a lot of people do work on the island all day long. So I'm figuring someone dropped some materials. Heard it again. Turn my head, I'm hearing do 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 do. Armored vehicles, 3 big armored vehicles come. Dudes jump out. I got 50
They just
dots on
like they're
my
coming to
shirt.
capture a
They
menace.
screaming, "Yo, get on the ground!" I'm like, "Yo, really? I'm the only one here." Took me outside. I asked to speak to the higher ups. I asked was under arrest. And they said, "No, you're being detained. I want to speak to the higher ups." Spoke to the higher ups. Um, I said, "Am I under arrest?" They said, "No, you're not. Let me let you go." Boom. Let me go check your bags. You don't have any weapons and all. I'm like, I don't have any weapons.
Stevie, what did they take from the house? Were you able to see?
I saw them take like a bag of one bag.
Well, did they take electronics? Because they did in Los Angeles.
I'm sure they took some electronics, some of the camera stuff and all that. Probably they didn't want um, him to get a look at what they were doing in his crib, like how they
Yeah,
came
so
with the armored trucks. Of course, they took all that stuff.
What did you see when you walked back in?
yeah, that's exactly what it is. They're trying to get a library of surveillance footage so they can put faces and time frames with people in stories and see if they add up. And yeah, I mean, if they get enough evidence, whether or not he has paid other people off, the prosecution could cease to bring in people for evidence, whether or not you want to press charges or not. Feds could just pick this up. So just this is just me assuming of an allegation of a time frame that Diddy might have put his hands on somebody who could possibly have so-called raped somebody. They could find out who was there, what time they left, get some answers out of them, get a testimony out of them, and then that's when subpoenas will also be issued as well. So it sounds like they're trying to get their time frames in order to build up a case against this man. But Stevie J called out 50 Cent because 50, quite frankly, has never really been a huge fan of Diddy. 50 Cent hustle. Um, to the beginning stages of Diddy's and 50 Cent situation, it seemed like 50 Cent has always had some resentment towards Diddy because Diddy didn't originally sign 50 the Bad Boy Records because 50 had a lot going on in the streets. But Stevie J just challenged 50 Cent to a squabble, and let's see. So 50 Cent, I mean, Stevie J challenged 50 Cent to a squabble, which I thought was kind of hilarious because to be quite honest with you, 50 Cent is one of my favorite rappers, and this man's pretty in tune and in shape with his hands. And this is 50 Cent's been in some good shape, but I would like to see this squabble. This is all old though. This is old footage. You see who's on the bag. Just saying. I know that they're just bags. What does it mean? What does a fight mean to a person that just, you know, wants to hit the bag? I wouldn't put anything against this man in them hands. Just think about that, Stevie. Why you out there trying to Stevie J? If you out there trying to mess with 50, cause I love to see that celebrity match. I ain't gonna lie. You gonna need a whole bunch of powder, whole bunch of numbing cream, I believe, to go against that boy 50.
What gym routine was it for this guy with this six pack right here, right? At this point, I was 15 years old, and if you see that gate behind me, it's the gate to Spofford Juvenile Facility. The fitness there was more, you had to kind of keep yourself together to create less altercations for you. If you took care of yourself and you felt like people would look at you and, because it's a juvenile facility, but if they look at you like you might be a hard time, they might not want to have the altercation. So this next picture is in the same time period, and it's like a cookout. It was like a visit from my family at that time period. And it's crazy because I don't have a lot of pictures of me in that actual age. I wonder where y'all got this from. It was a cookout. I was eating like burgers and Franks and stuff like that. When it says what were you eating in that time period, I didn't have like a extremely healthy regimen. This is such the young girl part of my life where you don't have to kind of watch dieting. It's just being active. This is me getting to where it could be fat or a muscle to that point. What gym routine was it for this guy with this six pack right
I
here?
don't recommend it, man. This is the tough part. I might have to mute him. Yeah, we got to mute that. I'm not even trying to get clicked for that, for those copyright claims. So who knows though? Stevie J could be out here throwing the mitts out there to people. But let me know what you guys think. If you guys think whether or not Diddy's going to be innocent or not. I'm pretty sure 50 Cent's trying to capitalize on this situation. I almost look at in the 50 Cent Diddy situation, it's like when you see your competition leave and you just try to reap the benefits and take his throne in his place, everything lined up. And some of you younger viewers out there, if y'all didn't know any better, this man 50 Cent is well calculated. All right, well calculated. So 50 Cent's also been throwing jabs at Jay-Z as well. So considering, Jay-Z and Diddy kind of having the I would say a huge hand in parts of hip hop and opening doors for people and having endorsements to themselves, being as if they're how they're viewed towards the public's been completely diminished by the news and media. I think 50's trying to take over. You know, this is just he just fits right on into these situations. So let me know what you guys think regarding the Stevie J and 50 Cent. I might consider doing a part two of this because I'm pretty sure this is not the end. I might get into some of the other allegations as well that have led in suspicion towards Diddy. But didn't want to get into too much more. It's early in the morning. One second. What is that noise? I just, to be quite honest with you guys, I just never thought that this would ever happen. I thought this was just gonna be like just dust under a rug. I never thought they were gonna happen then, but I mean, they always say what's dark normally comes to the light, and they're going after this man. Nobody's safe. Karma is undefeated. Let's just all admit that karma is undefeated.
So special.